Hello, everybody. Bienvenue. Welcome to Rouen, France. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers, the European qualifiers, the Group G battle between France and Belgium. Already in this group today, Hungary holding on to beat Finland 89-82. They led by as many as 26 points in that game. Finland made a typical Finnish comeback, but it came up short tonight. So here are the standing, or rather here are the rankings for the teams in Group G. You can see Belgium third amongst them, but they get some wins in the qualifiers. Who knows, maybe they'll rise eventually. You might want to check out the FIBA rankings. Go to FIBA.basketball and get all the information. And it's a lot of attention on that man right there tonight, and for good reason. One of the great French players is calling it a national team career in this window. Andrew Albasi, and has been there through a lot of really kind of a roller coaster career. But as we see Belgium coming out and being introduced, just real quickly, Albasi played at the 2010 FIBA Basketball World Cup after being the MVP of the Under-20 European Championship, and he played at Eurobasket 2011, and never got a call back. In fact, he played in 3 friendlies before the London Olympics, but then that was it. He didn't make that team, and he didn't make it back until the introduction of the qualifiers, and he was one of the first players that former coach Vincent Collet called on, and Albasi came back and resurrected his career and really earned it as well, and played huge moments for France, winning 5 medals. So it's a big night for him, and it'll also be a big night when they play in Finland, where his wife lives with their children, and it's going to be a special weekend for Andrew Albasi. A special night for Belgium as well. Let's don't forget, here in Rouen, Belgium, with a new coach, Julien Mahé, having succeeded Dario Gerja, the former Ostend and Belgium national team coach. Mahé not at Ostend, but he's replaced Gerja, who's now the coach of Bosnia and Herzegovina, who we saw play last night at Turkey in Istanbul. So some changes afoot in the game, and I dare say that I think you can see some of the emotion with Andrew Albasi, because this national team, like so many players in his career, has been very important to him. And Frederic Fotux, he knows what it's like. He played for France, played in tournaments like the Eurobasket 2005 in Serbia and Belgrade. And Albasi, again, they would not have achieved France what they have achieved really without him coming out and making some big plays over the years. Just a real credit to him, to France, and international basketball. Right now, the time for the national anthems.
Et maintenant, l'hymne national de la France, la Marseillaise. Now the national anthem of France.
Players gather. Here you see two men that have a lot of respect for each other. They know each other, same coaching circles. Obviously, in France, Mahé has got a good reputation, and now he gets a chance to really show what he's made of. Of course, you're only as good as your players, and he'll be hoping that his players can come out and execute. You see Albasi is the center of attention, except when Antonio Conde is in the house. Of course, he's the crew chief, bouncing up and down there in the middle. Paulo Marques from Portugal on the left, and Valerio Gregioni from Italy on the right. So they are refereeing tonight. And Breton Obasahan is back with Belgium. Boy, they could have used him this summer, but he wasn't able to play, hurting, and they desperately missed him. Loic Schwartz, Kevin Tumba, Andy Van Vliet, Sibe Ledegen, and Obasahan in the starting five with Paulet, Delalleux, Morton, Van den End, Bogarts, Menace, all coming off the bench, as well as Isao Bolabi. And the head coach, again, Julien Mahé. So he follows Georgia, who followed Eddie Castiles. Belgium, one of these countries where they seem to have coaches that stay at the helm for a good period. Probably makes it easier for the program as well. Adam Makoka, Matisse Dusuyovo, Louis Labaree, Hugo Benitez, and Axel Boutet in the starting five, with Albasi coming off the bench along with Long, Tilly, Pons, Sané, Ayayi, and Gadot. Well, in their history, they've played.
It's like a screen to have the ball movement. Play together, move the ball, play with intensity. Let's go, allez.
I was just going to say their head-to-head record, 15 wins for France, 3 for Belgium. The last time they won back in 2009 against France, of course, that was in the playoff in the old, when they had Division A before they expanded the Eurobasket 2 years later. And since that point, Belgium has been in the Eurobasket every single time. Still trying to qualify for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And Frederic Foutout, the head coach. If you recognize the last name, his daughter is point guard with the French women's national team. France did beat Belgium in the Eurobasket this summer. Belgium got a couple of wins, but that wasn't enough to advance to the knockout round. And then France, I suppose, with a relatively young team or inexperienced team, were eliminated in the round of 16 in an upset, albeit against a very experienced Georgian team that has a good coach in their own right, and Alexander Zikic, but also the likes of Tornike Shengelia out there running the show. So Belgium trying to make that next step. They've opened a new chapter tonight under Mahé. While France are closing their chapter with Albasi in this window. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. We are underway here in the European qualifier between France and Belgium in Rouen. Mokoka has it. Entry pass down low. Oh, and this dunk by Dusuyovo. But I think a foul's been called. Not exactly sure where the foul was. Maybe Tumba hit him as he went up. Let's see here. Free throw is no good. So they have given the foul to Tumba. Again, Dusuyovo missing. So France and Belgium still knotted here at the start of the game. Obasahan gets in, puts it up and in. Just so tough. That's what he does, folks. He finds his way into the lane, and that's when things happen. As he says, he gets his feet wet. And then he can either pass it, shoot it, get fouled. Shot off target for Louis Labarrie. Benitez. There have been some incredible European qualifiers taking place. Of course, the one that I think has really shocked people. Lithuania's come from behind win against Great Britain when they were down by 7 points with 10 seconds left. And still came back and won with a three-pointer at the buzzer. Other games as well, including overtimes. Here's Mokoka driving in. Now quickly the other way, Obasahan. Obasahan gets in the lane. Oh, he gets blocked. Good job, Labarrie. He's a veteran. Louis Labarrie. Look at this. And he does have a lot of experience with France, but again, they have so many players in the French system, such an incredibly deep talent pool. You know, sometimes hasn't had his number called in recent times. Tumba getting up and getting the swat on Boutte. Nice bounce pass to Tumba, and then his pass outside. But it goes past Ledegan. Boutte runs off, gets it back to Labarrie. Another chance for France. Hugo drives off the front of the rim. Hugo Benitez trying to get in, and another foul called. Scrapping for the rebound. So 2 free throws coming again for France. Already with a couple of misses at the line, and this time takes his time and makes it. Dusuyovo struggling at the line here early for France, but hold up to Belgium now to try to take advantage. Benitez trying to stick with Schwartz. Oh, gets in. Oh, they're going to count it. Chance for three-point play for Schwartz. Get that ball hang on the rim, just soft shot. And Schwartz does indeed make the free throw. Estonia, the latest to win an overtime game tonight at Slovenia. Got a late alley-oop to tie it, and then they won it. Here is strong rebound from Archange Izao Bolavi. Schwartz, or no, Basahan, excuse me, driving in and reach on the foul. A little bit of a slow start for Le Bleu. Coming in is Lionel Godou. Also Albasi. And it's moments like this when you bring in an experienced hand, when there's kind of stuttering start, that you expect him to put things, put things right for the team. Help them get in there in the flow. Ball stay at this end. Valerian Ayayi and her other Ayayi brother. 4.3 seconds now. Turns it over. Basahan. Switch back. And haven't checked into the game. Morton. Van Vliet backing up. And then a reach and a foul called on Albasi. Morton has it in the right corner. We look with Belgium again with Mahe. Nice little drive there and some explosive play by number 22, and Futux has to call timeout. Try to shake his team up a little bit.
Ils avancent. Les intérieurs, quand ils avancent, prenez la balle. Ok, on fait des rotations éventuellement. On ne peut pas accepter tout ça tout le temps.
On est en Normandie ce soir.
On peut pas courir pour l'instant.
Non, je ne vous ai pas entendu. Est-ce que nous sommes en Normandie?
Lionel, tu viens ici.
On m'a dit que le public normand était l'un des meilleurs publics en France pour ce qui concerne le basket. Est-ce que c'est vrai ou pas? Je crois que je n'ai pas entendu. Est-ce que c'est vrai ou pas? Là, pour l'équipe de France qui a besoin de vous, qui mène 8-1, est-ce que vous pouvez faire un maximum de oui?
So Morton attacking, watching the defense lay off of him and took it all the way. Here he is again. So we've had Hungary win at home against Finland. Now Estonia has won in overtime at Slovenia. Netherlands won at Latvia. Excitement all around the old continent. Here is the pass, and it gets away. Godou had it, and you can see his Fotuks trying to get his players locked in here. That was a Yayi passing it back. Nice pass to Morton, gets it back outside. Obasahan, a little long. Godou with the rebound. Yayi gets up, and there's a follow. Godou. Obviously, veteran on veteran, guarding Obasahan. Van Vliet lets it fly. Definitely stroke it. Belgium go up by 8. Looking at Long in the game as well, another veteran. One of the teammates of Albisi back in the youth days. And push called. That foul on Morton. That is drive, get it up on the backboard, and let's go and get it for France. From the corner, Long missing. Godou saves it in bounds. And a foul called on Obasahan, who thought he had just hit the ball and knocked it away. But instead, the whistle blows, and Nicolas Long goes to the line. But he hit the ball, and then it, I guess, is through the follow-through, got Long on the arms. Oh! Doesn't go down. Kylian Tilly now in the game. France. They got a Malaga star. You gotta wonder what's going on with Fotuks. I mean, obviously it was a disappointment at the Eurobasket, the round of 16 exit. Probably, you know, he's a veteran coach now, so he's used to the high. You have the highs and the lows, but probably feels a little bit of pressure. Obviously, comes up with the basketball. And one of the challenges of coaching the national team, certainly during the window, is sometimes you don't always have the same team. So you got to get everybody on the same page. Some teams, sometimes they adapt well, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't show up with the requisite fire. And you have to really get them going, and it feels kind of like that's what he's facing right now. Niels van den Heen comes into the game for Belgium. 34. It's pump fake Long, and that's more like it. And now the other way, Albisi gets the bucket, and here's the cheers. Now turnover. And it's Albisi who just excels. Look at him there. I mean, such quick hands. And you can remember, you know, go all the way back to China, the 2019 World Cup, and he was doing that against teams like the USA. So he's always had quick hands. His defense, quickness, court savvy, those are the qualities that he has brought. He said he had to bring the bulldog mentality to the national team to earn his place. Oh, nice play, Long. Oh, nice sequence for Nicolas Long. And you hear so much about the French young guys coming up, but right now it's the old guard that's getting it done. Long and Albisi. Degan. Gets away. Albisi between the legs to Long. That would have brought the house down had it gone in. Morton gets it to the corner. 3-point shot. Now down the baseline, Ayayi gets it back to Godou, turns and misses. And now a chance to go from Morton. Avoids the foul, drives in, great defense by Tilly. Now Albisi, Ayayi open from the wing. And Godou hustling, and terrific rebounder. Good to see his teammates hustle over there to pick him up. From an effort standpoint, Ayayi will be disappointed he didn't knock that down. And the jump shot is good from Killian Tilly. And that quick start for Belgium, what happened to it? All of a sudden it's France that lead 13-11.
Especially against LBC, you take a great shot. Next time, let's try to go with one, okay? One. Give us continuity if they're straight. You cannot keep the ball, run this pin down here and move it. Let's go. Jersey is good. If they push you left, no problem. And you also head with the flip, okay? Okay, hey, in defense, we must have the rebound. You know, you're too passive in rebound. We can do better. And after, when they go second screen, everybody move up. Let's go.
Killian Tilly, like his older brother Kim, can shoot it. Usually find him around the basket, but showing that stretchness in his game. We've also seen him hustle down to get a block tonight. Vandenade brings it up the floor. Pass it around. 3-point shot, De La Lue. Whoa. Belgium now back on top. Ayayi, open, you can count it. De La Lue again. Oh my goodness gracious. Back-to-backs for De La Lue. And this Belgian attack. There's always a place for a shooter in a team. Ooh. An offensive foul. Long kind of like he maybe lost his balance a little bit, charged into Ledegan. Oh, no, he didn't. He just kind of led with his right arm. Cleared out, pushed him over. All seconds of the first quarter. Belgium Bandine takes it in. And they get the shot up, Andy Van Vliet, but that does not go down. And I suppose one of the stories of that first quarter is the recovery by France. But it's Belgium leading it 17-16. So looking at the shooting numbers, see the free throw line's been a problem for France, so otherwise they'd be leading, and also the three-point shooting has not been good. And you can't imagine that it's going to stay like that for the rest of the night. Well, Vassahan was active early, as he is wont to be. And Louis Schwartz also coming up with a big play, getting a three-point play out of that. Morton had a nice introduction to the game. Plays professionally in Sweden. And then Lionel Godou also had a nice introduction to the game, following up the missed shot by Yayi. And then Andrew Albasi doing Andrew Albasi things. Killian Tilly, the stretch. And then this happened. De La Lue time. He had a couple of those. He hit one from that wing and then the other wing. Hey, scanning the QR code to get courtside 1891. Live video streams, schedules, to watch video highlights, keep up with everything there is in international basketball. Second quarter action underway here in Rouen, France. Belgium against Les Bleus. Les Bleus of France on Andrew Albasi night. Playing his last home game for France. Here is the high arcing shot, no good. Yayi with the rebound. Nice play, Albasi. He's in that France team that claimed the silver medal at the last Olympics. That was a big moment for him. Here's Killian Tilly into the paint, misses with the jump hook. Oh, and Schwartz fell over. Lucky he didn't turn it over. Van Vliet gets it back to Schwartz. Here's the bump. Van Vliet to Schwartz, and they lose it out of bounds. Plays at Gran Canaria. Basketball Champions League this year as well as Spain. Here is a travel. In fact, you have quite a few players in the Basketball Champions League in this game. Including that man there, Godou. Long, he goes out. Godou plays for Elan Chalon.
Le bon remplacement avec le retour de Louis.
minute there like Loic Schwartz had turned it over, but ball stays with Belgium. Laberie again, back in the France team. Nice to see him. Also, Benjamin Sene comes back into the game, or comes into the game. Traveling is the call because, well, you're not supposed to get up. And Obasanjan is thinking that because he didn't move his feet, it's okay. I guess that's what he's telling the Portuguese referee. Watch this. He goes down, so he's there. He keeps his feet stationary, so he thinks he's okay. But across the court, the travel is called. Nice camera work. Laberie also plays with Gran Canaria with Albisi. Here is the drive. Laberie down low, and Van Vliet gets the rebound. And boy, that did not feel good. You can see writhing in a little bit of pain. Took a shot to the mouth. Killian Tilly. Although I didn't see it, follow through. Not sure about that. Well, they're going to look at it, so we'll get a close-up as well. Try to decipher. Could be not sportsmanlike if it's not a basketball play, or if it's an act of violence. I don't think that was the case. Maybe he did catch him on the swing through. Watch number 24. He gets it. Tilly's there. Brings it down. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, he did get him with the left elbow. From that angle, you could see, but I'm not sure that it was on purpose. Especially because he's not even extending his arms. I think it would be a tough call against him if they called it. No, they're not going to call it. So, yeah, but I got smacked in the chin. Well, and for Belgium, number 35, Bram Bogarts. Whistle blows. Another foul. So Bram Bogarts is going to go out. And coming in now, number 29, Sieb Ledegan. And this is where Obasanjan likes to spend a lot of his time in games. So good job, Obasanjan. Sene, give you a chance. Axel Boutte lets it fly. The box out. And Schwartz quickly up the floor after the rebound. He puts it up. It's a two if it goes, and it does. And soft release in the lane from a Yayi. Brother Joel and sister Valerian in the stands tonight watching him play. Van Vliet gets open. Mahe not excited about the lack of movement in the offense that time. Isao Bolavi commits the foul to stop the break. And Yayi gets some high fives as he goes to sit down. Makoka comes back in. Adam Makoka. There's that Borge basket. So the coach knows him well. Sene rather goes down, and is it the collusion with the Basahan? No, it was Isao Bolavi, I believe, that gets the foul. And it is indeed Isao Bolavi. So he's going to go out. And Tumba's going to come back in, the more experienced big. Then a bounce pass. Labary brings it back out. Boutte. Sene. And now a chance to go quickly for Belgium. And Obasahan getting the shot, knowing the foul's coming, gets into the motion. He says, I'm shooting. But already Conde has said, nope, you're not getting free throws here. I think it was Marquez that made the call. Slew right in front of the Ayayis. Did you see that? Got good seats for tonight. Here's Obasahan stroking the three-pointer. Well, they had Manu Lecomte at the Eurobasket. He's out for this one, but they've got Obasahan. That's a nice move from Sene. That's more like it for him, number 44. Sene plays at Nanterre 92. Van Vliet. And a push on Sieb Ledegen. I think Mahe's telling Van Vliet, I know you can shoot it, but let's pass it a little bit. Let's get a flow going in the offense. Sene electing to go all the way. So Yovo takes the bump, does not get it back. Ledegen, goes down, able to get it to Schwartz. Van Vliet, nice bounce pass to Tumba, goes back outside. Oh, nice going behind the back, step back from Van Vliet. Makoka brings up the floor, and then Basahan takes it away, and a sportsmanlike has been called on Adam Makoka. We're careless, bring the basketball up the floor. A frustrating sequence from Makoka. Did not look like Obasahan had much arc on that shot, did it? wants that one to go as well, and Fotux is getting vibes from that disappointing exit at the Eurobasket right now. Just probably feeling like his team just isn't playing well, isn't playing hard, isn't playing smart. Not when your point guard turns it over as he crosses midcourt. And then in. Has to get it up. He saw the shot clock. And here comes Sene, 31-year-old, up to Makoka. And Fotux is, especially as a former guard himself, he understands, values possessions. And turnovers are creeping into their game right now. Belgium actually have 8 turnovers and France 6. France with 7 points off the turnovers. But right now they seem to kind of be grinding away and not making much progress against the Lions. Mortant tries to get away. You got to keep an eye on that man. De La Lue, and Van den Eyne does not get it off in time. Well, you think the Belgian fans are encouraged by what they're watching tonight? I mean, of course they can play better, but again, it's a new era, the new coach. Yovo goes back. Wasn't there, but fortunately for France, Boutte was. Shot clock doesn't reset. And Sene's attempt, not close. 3:52 remaining here in this first half. Boris Diaw there. France great. The wise counsel that he offers, being a part of the program. Been there, done it. Obviously had the long NBA career. The captain of France. Here's Mortant. And Mortant drives in, lays it up. And France just kind of sleepwalking through this second quarter, it feels like. Sene, open. You can count it. 5 points for Sene. Also has a drive. Mortant again. And he goes right at Makoka and earns a trip to the line. Well, credit to Mortant. I mean, he's seeing an opportunity to drive, and then Sene also played this game long enough to know if he's going to be left wide open, he's going to knock that. He's got a chance to knock that down. 28-23, France called timeout, and we'll listen to Coach Fotux.
Retenez cette putain de main droite. C'est bon? Ok, on refait Gérald. C'est bon? Quand tu fais ça, Gérald il vient là, Yves tu vas sur attaque. Hein. Tu vas là-bas au corner, tu stretches vite là. Ok? N'hésitez pas, n'ayez pas peur que dessous à marquer le panier. Ok les gars? Allez, allez.
L'équipe de France qui a eu 5 points de retard et qui a besoin de vous. Alors supporters les bleus, est-ce que vous êtes toujours là?
So again, it's a stuttering start for France, but they're only down 5 points. it could grow, obviously, if Morton makes these free throws. So far tonight, Belgium 6 of 7 at the line. And Morton has been a pleasant addition to the team. Makes the first. Plays with Södertälje in Sweden. Played for Belgium's youth teams, but first chance with the senior team. It's been a while. For example, he played the under-20 European Championship back in 2018. It's a long time. Look at that. Oh, yeah, he had the move and then missed the shot, but then he has the wherewithal to go tie up Isao Bolavi. Sometimes the shot is so easy, it's hard to make, and I think that was the case here. Just kind of flicked it up there, and Isao Bolavi started to bring it down, and then at least Yayi made amends by tying him up and getting it back. Sene gets in, hands it off. Yves Pons gets his first bucket of the night. Here's a drive and kind of a difficult shot from De La Lue. Oh, and Morton commits to foul again to stop the attack. Yves Pons. We look at Obasahan. Yves Pons, another player in this France team that competes in Spain. He's with Andorra Principality. Here's Long. Turnover. Jopa Menace in the game now for Belgium. Here's Morton. De La Lue goes in. Well, I think he looks more comfortable taking those jumpers. Chance to go quickly for France. Ooh, and Menace almost coming up with the steal. Sene open. That's good. His second three. Bringing a spark. France needing some inspiration, and Sene now starting to provide some. Good job, Yves Pons, with the bounce pass back to his teammate. Timeout for Belgium with 1:34 to go in this first half.
Laisse un peu, s'il te plaît, laisse un peu. Look, Nils, 18. You screen here, okay? You leave. And you go. Attack. Okay? And if you have nothing, two-man game. Hey, and give me this. Give me this one time. But your shoulder in front of the rim, you want to attack the rim.
Lots of basketball people here in the crowd tonight. Kind of enjoying the festivities. I think they probably would have expected France to be on top of Belgium by now. And they have had a little bit of resurgence here the last minute to close the gap back to 2 points. And then Anne has it, gets it over to Basahan. perimeter. It's like Van den Vliet has taken the worst of it. Ooh. Goes down after getting hit on the shin after the leg clash, the shin knock. Sometimes, say Lionel Bosco, one of the assistants, the former Belgian player, sometimes it's the knocks that don't look quite that bad that end up being really bad, and Van Vliet needs to be helped up here. Watch this. Again, it's his leg. Oh, so the knee got in the upper shin, and clearly could be that he was already had a problem there. We don't know, or he's going to be helped off. Gosh, that does not look good, does it? Go back to the locker room. The trainers will examine that, and hopefully he's going to be okay. Van Vliet, 30 years of age, plays in Germany with Rostock Seawolves. And the foul puts Sene on the line. He makes the first. Van Vliet averaged 8.2 points and 4 rebounds per game at the Eurobasket. Sene does not make both, so Belgium retain the lead. They're up by 1 with a minute to go in the first half. Bassahan. Bassahan gets his feet wet, goes up. Tumba battles. It's France to come down with it. Ayayi in the open floor. Look at him go. And then has it taken away by Menace. Oh, they find Menace wide open. And he's fouled as he goes for the shot by Godou. Lionel Godou puts Joppe Menace, one of the youngsters in this team. Van Vliet is hopefully going to be okay. He's getting some treatment. Hopefully it just kind of goes away, some of the pain. But you can see he is in pain. Bogarts returns to the floor. And this is the first. And the 22-year-old makes the second. Plays with Philo Ostend, another basketball Champions League player. Final 15 seconds of this half. It's about a 3-second differential in the game clock and shot clock. Oh, and Bassahan forcing the turnover. And we've seen that a couple of times. He had a steal, which led to an unsportsmanlike foul. And now he has basically just knocked it away from Sene. So he did it to Mokoka, and now he's done it to Sene as a point guard. That is a frustrating sequence. Mokoka comes back into the game, 31-29, 6.7 seconds to go. Long goes out as well. Final seconds ticking off the clock, and Bassahan gets it up from deep. It misses, and we got I won't say a barn burner, but we got a close game here at halftime. Belgium with a 31-29 lead over France here final home game of his France national team career for Andrew Albasi. Well, he's seen with 4 threes. France with 2 more makes inside the arc, but the free throw line has been better for Belgium, where they've made 9 of 11 attempts. From a rebounding standpoint, France edging that battle. Also more turnovers for Belgium, but it's Belgium with the 2-point lead. Obasahan has 10 points. Morton and Delalou follow him. Second quarter highlights, and Loic Schwartz getting that bucket. Schwartz has 5 points. Obasahan, who has the 10 points and 2 rebounds, making that jumper. And Morton just kind of hesitated, then exploded to the basket. He's quite a player to have in this team. I definitely like what he brings to the floor. He's Pons, meanwhile, goes up and scores. He's only played 6.5 minutes. Here he is making the bounce pass back outside to Sene. 31-29, Belgium on top of France at halftime.
Let's get this body size. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown.
Goes in for the dunk.
Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
Bogdanovic, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me! Oh my! Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. Just guarded by Brooks. He spins. He gets away from him. Look at that finish. Just enough English to put it up and in. So Peter Biltman in the house. Alexander Walker goes in for the rim rocker.
Again, no rim protection, no size. This is a small ball game.
Parks kicks it, extra pass, Zegars. Oh, Latvia basketball.
You said it, Latvia basketball, Zegars. He was open for the 3. What great ball movement and passing. Look at this.
Schroeder goes downhill, gets it to the corner. Franz Wagner gets in.
takes it. Bogdanovic. Troika, Troika, Troika. Well, coach, it may be Troika time. He's made the three-pointer.
What a shot from Paco Cruz. He was literally out of bounds. Oh, Procito, what are you doing? And the alley-oop! And Banchero this time does not lay it up. He scores right at the end of the third quarter buzzer. Between the legs, alley-oop pass.
Yes! I love it, Jeff. Yes!
I'm sure you can have something better. Oh, a good miss. The USA got it. Bridget from the corner. You have got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. A play for the ages at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Bridges does the unthinkable. Ties the game. 0.2 seconds left. I have never seen it.
Wow! He gets it before the half! Holy smokes, Jordan Zamora!
Well, that's symbolic of the shooting we've seen from Venezuela this first half. From the three-point line, 12 of 25 in the three-pointer. Leg bomb, nothing but net.
How many times are we going to see this?
Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks the closeout. Big Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Reteno Pasahan leading the way with 10 points. You can see he is in a position where he likes to have the ball in his hands and either drive or hit the jump shot. And it's been a real struggle for France, but that being said, they only trail by 2 points. And they've got concerns, Belgium, over Van Vliet, whether or not he'll return. It doesn't look like he will. Sene, meanwhile, has 9 points coming off the bench. Here he is again. I think all things considered, France will probably get a hard talk at halftime and then come out and play with some real fire and try to pull away, try to beat this Belgium team. But as we've watched in these European qualifiers, all bets are off. You would think that France, purely on ranking, would, in recent history and in their history against Belgium, would win this game. But again, the European qualifiers, things are happening. Upsets galore, and well, not even sure on this evidence if I would consider it to be a huge upset if Belgium did win here in Rouen tonight. Even with some of the other players that weren't available for them that we watched at the Eurobasket. They seem to have rebounded. They seem to be playing okay under Mahe. But again, it's a small sample size, and it's only half of basketball. And maybe France, we're about to watch them turn it up a notch in the second half. So we don't have Hans van Wan, who's injured, not able to play. Jean-Marc Nwema, by the way, congratulations to him for his incredible career. Talking about saying goodbye to Albasi. Well, we'll say goodbye to Jean-Marc Nwema as well. Had a terrific Belgium career. Played 130 times. Played numerous Eurobaskets for this team. Played at numerous qualifiers. He actually said he thought about, you know, after going out on a high and Nwema beating Poland in that last group game, even though they didn't finish, it was an emotional high for Belgium because they'd had, you know, they wanted, it's always better to leave a tournament on the back of a win. But, you know, he's going to be 36 years old and felt like it was the right time to stop, and he did stop after getting that win against Poland. So 130 caps for Jean-Marc Nwema. Congratulations, like so many other greats. Sam van Rossums, the Thomas Vandenspiegels, so many Belgian players still kind of connected to the program. I'm sure that he will be as well. Taboo, another one. He's a great server for this national team. Now that I guess really in this team, look at Obasahan. He's the leader, both with his play and, you know, his leadership. Even Tumba's been out there for a long time as well, and I'm sure that Mahi's spoken to both of them about being leaders. You can see they're talking right now. Belgium thought they were going to have Niels de Ridder and Vincent Kesselhout from Belgium, excuse me, from Antwerp. There are late withdrawals, as well as Stefan Svensson of Lisbon. All had to pull out through injuries.
De l'autre côté là-bas, on fait pour Axel. C'est bon, et on attaque ça. Soyez agressif là-dessus. Si sur le pin down, ok, la feinte de l'écran, il y a le pin down. Le gars, il step et il se montre. Peut-être qu'elle a passé là directement. Ok, là-bas à l'opposé, Adam, il y a le pic. Et toi, Kylian, est resté au large pour que Hugo il puisse se stretcher. C'est bon, les gars, là-dessus. Ok, hey, défense, rebord, et on joue chez nous aujourd'hui.
Goes, attack the floor. Watch out, because you have to go very fast before, you know, stay pretty high, because if you're too deep, they're gonna put you on the ice, okay, and you cut, okay? Allez, let's go, let's go.
I should say it was because of de Ridder's and Kestelhout's and Svensson's exit that opened the door for more Todd to come in, as well as Poland. Anyway, scan in the QR code to get the World Cup Qualifiers app in your smartphone. And that is something that will be very handy all year round, but especially during the games, during the windows. So they brought in Mortant and also Adedeo Poulet, but he has yet to see the floor tonight. So low-scoring affair here in Rouen. France and Belgium, and we're underway in the second half. Belgium now attacking the basket to the right. And the white uniforms, and Adam Makoka called for the foul. His third. bet Obasanjan spends more time on the floor than any other player. He is always picking himself up off the floor. We got a good look at the organist. Menace over to Schwartz. Good defense, hands in the face. Hugo battling away. Not able to get the rebound, and it's the new 14 seconds. Hugo Benitez, that is. Obasanjan from deep. And if that's what they're going to have to settle for, that's good news for France. Benitez whips it down low. Now to Tilly, the right corner. Back of the cup. And now it's this time that France get the new 14. Makoka, he's got it. Adam Makoka. First 3 points of the game. Schwartz gets in. Gets it back out to Obasanjan. Will he settle or will he drive? Makoka does a good job moving his feet this time. Oh, and again, like I said, Obasanjan spends a lot of time on the floor, and this time the whistle catches him by surprise, and for Tukes, they don't agree with it. Call. Tripped over his right foot. Omahe thought it was a foul. So Makoka has to go out. He's got 4 fouls. Schwartz gets it to go. That was a 2, I believe. He's got 7. Yayi loses it. Here comes Obasanjan, open floor, and gets the foul called on Axel Boutte. And once again, Obasanjan goes down to the hardwood. It's the 3rd time already that Obasanjan has found himself on the court. There you go. Obasanjan goes right at the defense and then loses it. Ball goes out of bounds to France. Obasanjan is not afraid of driving into traffic. And that time it didn't work out too well for him. Ended up turning it over, going off of Tumba. Another chance for France to go back in front. Boutte, it's a long 2. He's got it. Good pressure and a backcourt violation. The French defense up in the intensity. There's his brother Joel and sister Valerian. Joel plays in Paris basket. And back, it is the call. Of course, Yayi, the star player, not only with France's national team, played at the Eurobasket women, FIBA Women's Eurobasket in Athens last year. Also with Prague. Here's the jump shot. Oh. Tilly picks it up. Gets it up and makes the shot. Well, France starting to put the ball in the basket now. That makes a big difference. 3-point advantage. Schwartz missing. And good box out by Godot. Momentum shifting right now. Mahe is going to bring in Morton in a bit to change things up a little bit. Good job on the baseline with the finish not there for Boutte. Bounce pass to Tumba. And ball goes off of Morton. It's going to be France basketball. Maybe that would go to Belgium upon review. Benitez drives in and good follow, Lionel Gadou, and Mahe calls timeout. Has some strong words for the referee for whatever reason, but it's 38-33, and France have changed the chip. You can see it on defense, much tougher.
Hey, when we got the rebound earlier, the screen earlier, you know, I know that stuff against the pressure, but we are not taking any screen. We are not moving the ball. We have to be able to pass the ball. Okay. Next goal. Jersey 5. Pass, continuity, aggress, play. Okay. Move the ball.
Well, you heard what he had to say. Looking for more ball movement on offense, but also at this end, France are starting to find some rhythm. Godou with the putback. And also you saw the ice pack on Van Vliet's leg, so it doesn't look like he's going to be coming back. Basahan, throws it at the feet of the big man. Not a good idea, but they don't turn it over. Dagan, and it goes. Isal Bolavi not having success with his low post move. Not sure if that's as much ball movement as he was looking for. Oh, nice play by Hugo Benitez. And this is with the shot. Morton has been a threat tonight. Here's Bolavi. And gets it to go. It looked like he might have stepped out of bounds. That's what Fotuk said, but Isal Bolavi gets his first 2 points. Hugo Benitez, and again, had a good look. Just didn't make the shot. Morton. And foul called on Killian Tilly.
Et le remplacement, double remplacement, retour dans le rôle ici de Louis Laméry, sorti du côté et de Lionel Colou. La France qui vient de connaître sa quatrième
Bolafis trying to go off the glass and put it off the side of the backboard. Another highlight that he'll want to look at. And Morton misses the first. He's 24 years old, out of the game now. So Belgium closed the gap back to 2 points. Andrew Albasi. Back in the game. Yayi, and good defense. Belgium reaching in. And I think Mahe excited because of the defense. And that was, indeed, that was the big fella, Archange Isao Bolavi, who had the hands on it. Look, and that's what he's appealing for. You got to raise the level on defense, make it a little bit tougher at this end. Well, now they turn it over. Good D by France. Laborie. And there for the follow. Great hustle down the floor. Axel Boutet. There's Pons guarding Obasahan. Quick pass down low. Oh, they find again the big fella, and Isao Bolavi misses an easy one. Laborie, and he misses an open one. So all of a sudden, some errant shooting. The Degen goes in, tries to beat Albasi. Oh, and an unsportsmanlike foul has just been called on Isao Bolavi. Just can't do that. 2 free throws and possession. First one good for Laborie. And the 33-year-old, France women's coach here watching the game tonight. Still feeling the sting of that semifinal defeat. And then the third place game defeat at the Eurobasket. Eurobasket women. Long, banks it in. Well, France having their best spell of basketball right now. They go up by 8 points. And for a Belgium team that's having problems scoring, this is not a good development for them. But it was almost predictable. Vandenade puts it up well, gets 3 of them back. It's almost predictable that because France had so many struggles in that first half, but only trailed by 2 points. So you felt like things would eventually start to turn for them, and they seem to be doing right now in this third quarter. Sene, Albasi over to Long. Long going up against Bogart, so turnaround. Couldn't get the rebound. Belgium, good job, Pons. Oh, nice defense. Vandenade doesn't quite get it. Long gets it. Yes! Nicolas Long has been on target tonight. Ooh la la for Long. Vandenade trying to get the ball up the court against Albasi, and he gets it up just in the nick of time. 10 points for Nicholas Long. He's now the game's leading scorer. He's played 12 minutes. Morton. Gonna need another 3 attempt. Oh my goodness. Wow. Right as the shot clock was about to expire. 2 threes for him. You see that and you're like, why doesn't he put up more shots? Here's Pons from downtown, and Lavery knocks it away, but not into the hands of his teammates. Bogarts drives in, oh, and has to settle for free throws. Look at Long. He's comfortable in that situation, though. That's his reputation, that he can knock him down. And Vandenay, that is just almost like a trick shot. Bogarts. Frustrating, always frustrating. See Boris Dio, too late to come out of retirement. Play if you want to, Boris. Don't think he's going to do that. So back to 4-point deficit. Sene spins, goes in, and there's Lavery with the putback. Four points for him. France outscoring Belgium 20-12 in this quarter. Menace off target. Well, they had fouls to give. Vandenen, rather. This is Sene. Tumba almost getting the block. He doesn't. And then that had not gone in. They might have called goal interference on Bogarts. Gets the baseline. Has to give it up to Pons. Belgium a chance to cut the deficit right at the end. Schwartz goes right in. Tumba gets it, and the foul is called right at the end. So Tumba will go to the free throw line. And as bad as it's been for Belgium in this quarter, I'm going to say the same thing that I said about France when they're having some struggles. They're not that far behind. And especially if Tumba can make a free throw or two here to get even closer with 0.2 seconds left in this third quarter. Tumba makes the first. And the 34-year-old makes both. So that does indeed help Belgium right at the end to close the gap to 4 points. But again, it was France that enjoyed the better of the exchanges in that third quarter, outscoring Belgium 20-14. They lead 49-45. Belgium 13-17 at the line. France just 5 of 10. But look at that, 6 more makes now inside the arc for France. And that is the difference in the game. Well, Mokoka had a great start to the second half. He hit the shot, and he got into foul trouble and had to leave. Tilly. Scoring, he's got 5 points. Hugo Benitez driving in, missing, but there was Gadou with the follow. Sene passing up ahead to Labarrie for what looked like an easy layup. He missed it, but again, Axel Boutte follows down. No, he was contested, actually. And you always hustle down on this fast break. Then Van den Eyck, when all seemed kind of going off the rails for Belgium, hit a couple of threes, including this one. Look at that. That shot went up into the clouds. Scan the QR code to get courtside 1891, where you can watch live streams, extended highlights, and stay up to date with the world of international basketball. Blows and the foul. And Sene. 2 France guards wearing the headbands. This is Mahe. That's a good call. Tomba kind of stuck his leg out. That's an easy one for Coach Antonio Conde. I think you're clutching at straws. Thinking that's not a foul. Alleging that it was because he was pushed into him. I don't think that applies. Sene makes the first. He's been solid tonight. And gets the second one as well. And then he's hit the threes, remains in the game. Up the dribble, and this time a little too much hand checking, pushing with Labarrie, grabbing. On the shot clock. Van den Eyck, it's an inbound for Schwartz, gets it back to, oh, what a pass! And they hand it off to Tomba. And he missed the dunk, but he was fouled, is the call. But that had the makings of just the highlight of the day on the top 10 if he dunked it. All the passing. Yeah, he got him on the right arm. I thought maybe they missed it, but you see it on the replay, definitely fouled him. And Tomba suddenly becoming a factor at the free throw line. I think Fetug said, yeah, I just saw it on overhead. He did foul him. But Tomba only makes 1 of 2 on that occasion. It's a 5-point lead for France. Can they get some more separation here and ease the nerves for the French fans and the coach? LBC. Here's Labarrie. Looks good, but doesn't go. There's Van den Eyck again. Intriguing player. Schwartz, guarded by Long. Van den Eyck steps back, gets it up, and not this time. Labarrie on the baseline, yes. reminds me a lot of Taylor Britt, who plays for New Zealand. There he is, puts it up and in. That was a Taylor Britt-esque move. I should say Britt-esque. It's back to a 5-point game. Sene steps into the jump shot. Wow, three-pointer. Sene has really gotten better and better as the game has gone on. Great night. You can see how much the fans like it. Fourth quarter, nearly 2 minutes in, and Le Bleu leading 53-48. And you see that he's been a factor. He plays at a copy Ost. Now, what are France talking about here? Coach is drawing up some plays. Some field goal percentage. Makes from inside the arc. You can see much better for France.
Est-ce que les supporters français sont toujours là?
Well, we've seen a lot of people in here tonight. Women's national team coach Jean-Aimé Dupont. We've seen Yais sitting courtside. It's a real event tonight as Andrew Albasi plays his last game in the national team shirt at home. Something we first did a decade and a half ago, the World Cup in Turkey. And the foul called on Lionel Gadot. But again, it was the qualifiers, introduction to the qualifiers, that led to Albasi getting a chance with this national team again after several years without being called up, and he's really just quickly cemented his spot in the team. And always helped out, especially under Coach Vincent Collet. Here's a turnaround, Van den Ende. Oh, it doesn't do, and this is Bolavi with the rebound. He's out Bolavi. Now Obasohan back in the game. Spins, pump fake, and gets the foul called on France's number 35, Pons.
La quatrième faute collective française de ce quatrième carton. Elle est l'œuvre Chris Pons, sa deuxième faute personnelle. Une faute qui donne des lancers bons au tir équipe Obasohan.
So here is again Obasohan at the free throw line, which is where we often find him. He had made 5 of 6, so now he's 5 of 7. And what started with a lot of promise for this Belgium team right now isn't looking promising. This result, but he does make 1 of 2, and it's France with a 7-point advantage. That's Albasi. Remember that. And again, it's not so much the scoring that he's brought for this team over the years, but he can score. They love him at Gran Canaria. Here is Albasi again. Foul called. Van den Ende at the line. So it was the foul on Albasi. Making the most of his opportunity tonight.
Changement belge. Retour de Simon.
Dennis has got to go sit down. The Dagan back in the game. Can France deliver a knockout punch here? Bolavi able to, he's out. Bolavi comes down with it. What do Belgium want? Try to go inside, and they do. Oh! And he's out. Bolavi misses the dunk. That's going to be a painful one. Can't afford not to make those shots. You're down 8 points. Plays with Baxi Manresa in Spain, as does Hugo Benitez of France. Axel Boutte comes back in the game. Daniel Godot going right at Zhao Bolavi. Timeout on the court. Basahan also with Baxi Manresa. Well, it hasn't been easy for France tonight. But Belgium kind of in a similar situation to France as they're trying to, at least in this window, they've brought, they've still got some veterans like Schwartz and Obasahan. But they've got a new regime, they got a new coach, and I think they're still trying to figure some things out. With France, everybody, I think, fully expects they will figure things out and they will load up and make it to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. We'll see. I mean, I wouldn't say this has been a great night for them, but sometimes you need to win ugly games, and also tonight, so much about that guy right there, Albacete. One of the faces of the windows. Great servant to the country. Nice piece, and nice pieces in the French media about him. Also on FIBA Basketball, you can read about it. Here he is, passing it down low, and well, it says, "Thanks, Andrew. I'm sure you don't want to stick around for at least one more game," which he will, of course, in Finland. Morton changes direction. And it's just not happening for Belgium. France outscoring them 12-6 in this fourth quarter. More than 4.5 minutes in. Senna definitely gets a lot of credit tonight from a scoring standpoint. Trying to get his big players' attention because he knows he could be an important player for Belgium down the road, maybe even in this game late if he comes back in. With the showtime behind the back pass from Albacete. Boutte puts it up and hits the three, and it looks like France is starting to slam the door shut here, going up by 13. Obasahan blocked as he goes for the shot. So he gets 3 free throws. Jopa Menace having to sit and watch as Belgium struggle and try to find a way back. It's very simple. I mean, they've got to start making some Got to make these free throws. They got to get some stops. They got to pick up the pace a little bit. They will be at home in their next game. That'll be against Hungary, Belgium. Hungary will come with the idea that if they can get a second win, having beaten Finland earlier today, then they will be right on track, right where they want to be. So Belgium, no matter what, they're going to have to be ready, and Wasserman well short with that free throw. Only makes 1 of the 3 free throws, so doesn't bode well for the Lions' chances. 4:45 remaining. France looking to win their first game in these European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Sene gets pushed by Ledegan and awarded 2 free throws. Sene goes to the stripe. Well, so much can happen in 4 minutes and 37 seconds, so never say never. Especially after what Lithuania did last night against Great Britain, winning that game when all seemed lost. Down 7 with 10 seconds left. And they did indeed come back and win Lithuania. So Belgium right now trailing by 13 points. And really just running out of ideas on offense. Good defense there by Mortant, deflecting it. This time, nice drive by Mortant. He goes up, and again, Kumba's going to the free throw line after trying to dunk it. Belgium 18 of 26 at the line, 19 of 27. So that gets them up to 70%. Now 20 of 28, 71%. Belgium defense sitting in a 2-3 zone. Well, it looks like a 2-3 zone. Boutte goes up and makes another shot. We didn't see much of this in the first half from France, but we've seen a lot of it. Putting the ball in the basket, making the jumpers. Degan going up against Albisi, and good move by the young man. They can't trade can't trade baskets. They got to get some stops. Nice bounce pass, and a 3-point play opportunity as Gadot just jams it home. Lionel Gadot just showing the power game. Albisi, nice bounce pass, Pons. Well, he does it for Alain Chalon, and he's doing it for France. Potentially much happier, I would think, after the second half performance. Timeout on the court for Belgium. They're running out of time. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left.
Et normalement, avec 14 points d'avance pour l'équipe de France, la Normandie est tellement contente que la Normandie va se
Rebounding, 39-27 rebounding advantage for the French. So a fun night for French basketball here in Rouen, and looking very much like they're going to go to 1-0 in the European qualifiers. And one thing to bear in mind here over these closing 3 minutes is that France now with that 14-point lead, it's not just a win, it's a good win. Because it means you want to win by as many points as possible because of the goal differential tie breaks that might come into play later on. Or the head-to-head, for example, against Belgium. Say Belgium goes and wins the next time they play against France. If they wanted to overcome that, they'd have to win by 15 points. Now it is a 15-point lead. So Belgium will try to chip away at this large deficit. So the same thing happened with Bosnia and Herzegovina last night at Istanbul as Obasanjan scores with reverse layup. You know, they're pretty competitive throughout. And then at the fourth quarter, Turkey just blew the game open. And having those heavy defeats don't help you get to the World Cup. Lionel Godot able to save it, throws it off of Kevin Tumba. Time is the enemy right now for Belgium. And Schwartz with the push on Pons right at the end of the shot clock. Matthew Strazel in the house, watching tonight. He'll always be known, in my opinion, for the incredible shot, the three-pointer, just the 4-point play against Japan that effectively forced overtime at the Olympics, and France then won that game in overtime. Obasanjan has to get out of the lane. He goes into Ledegan, and with a 15-point lead and 2 minutes remaining, it just goes from bad to worse for Belgium. Gadou, little jump hook. 17 points, the lead. And Obasanjan goes out as well as Schwartz. Obviously, he comes out. Here's the applause as Godot becomes more and more of a factor. So obviously he had the ovation as he walked off the court, perhaps for the last time in the national team jersey here in France. He will play in Finland as well in the next game. Sende with the hard with the hit, so he will go to the line. Tumba's going to go out, and that just doesn't help you if you're Belgium at all. He's just slow getting there. You definitely don't want to foul him. France singing the national anthem tonight as their team pull away in the fourth quarter. They've outscored Belgium 26-13. Badeau gets it, and then on the way down, count the 2 points. Isao Bolavi, the goaltend. Vandene brings it up. Nice pass. Bogarts misses, and there's Isao Bolavi with the putback dunk. Isao Bolavi with the hard hedge. Much like Tomba, gotta have better control. He hit his Manresa teammate there. We'll hear about that back in practice. They head back to Spain. Hugo Benitez, 24 years of age. Both free throws good. So a minute remaining, and France have blown open what was a tight game. Vandenen, Ledegan. And Ledegan goes up and is fouled by Lionel Gadot. Lionel Gadot putting the young Belgium right at the stripe. Chance to trim the deficit. I guess he must have got him on the head because he got all ball with his hand. And it does get it to drop. So Belgium. Difficult second half for them is almost over. Hugo Benitez over to Pons. Dagan takes it deep. They battle for the ball. Pons. And it's going to go back for France. The final 6 seconds. So that's it. So it's a good night for Andrew Albasi. A good night for France. Albasi finished with 6 assists to go with his 5 points. And the French prevail 79-63 as Fotux and Mahe shake hands. Not how Mahe wanted to start proceedings. But again, the score doesn't lie. Convincing win for France, 79-63. They prevail, get their European qualifiers campaign off on the right note for the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Qatar. Well, France, in the end, ended up having 4 more threes. A lot more makes inside the arc. Maybe Albus is having second thoughts. He doesn't want to stop playing after all. Trazel watching. There's not going to be a shortage of talent in the backcourt for France, that's for sure. But again, it's inescapable truth that they were a better team because Andrew Albasi was a part of this program. Well, job well done. Relief. Just get the win. Get the win for Andrew. Get the win for the qualifying campaign. See Julien Guérineau come out, take charge of proceedings. Go back and you remember also Paul Lacombe was a member of that under-20 European Championship team. Ended up coming back and being a big part of this French national team program. Assuming we might see Trazel playing the next game. But yeah, so that was 15 years ago. Long, Lacombe, Albasi all in that same team. For Lionel Gadot. So for Cholet basket, one of the guys also, Nathan D'Souza here with the team, cheering him on. Nice seeing all those guys part of the larger French squad celebrating tonight a win and celebrating it and watching Andrew Albasi play in his last game. And means that you have the regeneration of the national team. It has to happen eventually. Fourth quarter best plays. And just not enough of them for Belgium. There's much more for France. Albasi hitting that three-pointer, much to the delight of the fans. They wanted to see him get one go down like that. And again, Sene did play well tonight. 15 points, he had 4 assists. So Sene led the way. And now Gadot having a nice game himself. 13 points, 8 rebounds. He heated up in the second half, finished with 10 points, 6 rebounds. Paul Ponce was pretty good when he came into the game. There was Godot with 2 of his 13 with the jam. And Godot scoring as well. The non-dunk variety. So France go up to the top with Hungary, 1-0. Finland, having lost to Hungary, and Belgium falling here in France, fall to 0-1. One last time, France winning 79-63 over Belgium. Thanks for watching, everybody.